Okay, I want to show you how to solve this system, and I want to talk about what it's going to look like if you get an inconsistent system or a dependent system. So dependent is another word for all reals, inconsistent is another word for no solution. So just like we've had with anything we've ever solved, well, we can get an answer, we can also get kind of this non-answer. So I want to show you what it's going to look like on the calculator when you run it. So the first thing I'm going to do is I don't know, of course, at this point that it is going to not work out. So I'm going to start by writing the matrix. So I have 2 negative, oh, oh yeah, okay. And I usually W, X, Y, and Z and answer, kind of make sure you have it in the right order. 3, 1, 0, 3, 2, 4, negative 1, 0. 5, negative 2, negative 2, 1, 0. Okay, and then last row, 2, 3, negative 7. Okay, what you can't see right now is I have a cat who has decided that he is helping. Um, and, well, he thinks he's helping. I don't think he's helping. Okay, negative 7, negative 5, 0. Okay, so this is our matrix. Okay, so we're going to take our matrix, and I'm just dumping a cat on the floor because otherwise we're never going to get this in here. Okay, so I'm going to open up my matrix menu. So second, negative 1. I'm going to go over, edit. I'm going to pick one. I'm going to pick B because I feel like being different. And I have a 4 by 5. So 4 by 5. Okay. 2. As a note, negative 1, make sure you're using the negative. If I use the one off my keyboard in the wrong place, it will yell at me. 3, 1, 0. Okay, and then I have 3, 2, 4, negative 1, 0. Okay, 5, negative 2, negative 2, negative 1, 0. Then 2, 3, negative 7, negative 5. This is the worst part. Okay, 0. And now, because I don't trust myself even after having dumped the cat. Okay, so I'm going to just run down these. So 2, 3, 5, 2, negative 1, 2, negative 2, 3. And I'm just checking, and I do this in every single one because nothing more frustrating than why didn't it work? And you realize, oh, I plugged something in wrong. Okay, so remember, exit out of here now, and then we're going to go back, and we're going to go over to math, and we're going to go to RF, and then I'm going to go back to my matrix. I'm going to go grab my matrix B. Okay, now I'm going to change this into fractions. Okay, so this is my solution, which I am going to write down somewhere so I don't have to go back and forth between screens all the time. And so we're going to talk about what I'm doing is I'm writing this down as is, so then that way I'm going to transfer it over to the other page, and I'm going to talk about how we read this and what it means. Now, first of all, one of the reasons you know you're going to get an inconsistent or dependent is, see this bottom row? It is all zeros. If you see those all zeros, you're like, oh, it's one of the 2 weirdo ones, okay? So that's going to be your key. They always are going to do it on the bottom row. Technically, it could be either, but convention is they do it on the bottom one. And like this one, which is going to be a dependent one, we're going to write in terms of Z because that's what's missing, right? Normally we'd have a 1 here and we'd have an answer over here. We don't have that. So I'm going to write this down because I just wrote this here. So I have 1, 0, 0, negative 1/3, 0, 0, 1, 0, negative 2, 0, 0, 0, 1, 1/3, 0. And then 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. And then this was, remember from a board, W, X, Y, Z, and your answer part. Okay, so Again, this is how you're going to know that, hey, it's one of those inconsistent. You're going to have this bottom row of zeros, okay? So that's your, kind of context clue. Yeah, I've been helping my child with his language arts, so context clue makes a ton of sense to me right now. But anyways, that's how you're going to notice. Then what you're going to do is you're going to okay, well, normally I'd have answers over here. I don't. So what you're going to do is you're going to rewrite these. So this says x minus 1/3 z equals 0. Because remember, not x, it's w. I forgot I'm starting out there at w. Okay? So this is showing us, because it's w, x, y, z in answer, I'm just writing it back down. Then the next one shows x minus 2/3 z equals 0. Put that, and then y plus 1/3 z equals 0. And then the bottom one, we don't have one. So again, convention is we're always going to write all these, you'll notice, are in terms of the missing z term. So when you write this, I'm going to solve each one of these now for their component variables. So all I'm doing is moving that over, solving it. X equals 2/3 z and y equals negative 1/3 z. So then when I write this, this is going to be 1/3 z, 2/3 z, negative 1/3 z, and then z. And you're always going to write this last chunk. This is always going to be z. And again, you could technically do any one. They always do z. It's just convention the way we do it. The idea being that I don't know enough to come up with an answer. This isn't doing it, but it's giving me a pattern. So if this is 3, so say if z was 3, well then I could tell you that this is 1, this is 2, this is negative 1. Okay, so if I know z, I could figure out the rest. That's kind of what this is saying to us. And so this is what this dependent solution is going to be. It's not going to be that all reals from before. It's going to be, okay, I can pick anything for z, and then I know what happens to the rest based on that. And you're each time going to set up that pattern, and this is what your answer's going to look like, okay? So you're going to resolve it just like you're going to back solve, but now you're not really back solving. Again, and there's your context clue. So hopefully this helps you set it up, helps you know what to look for, and what it means when you get it on your calculator.